you can't see this if you're listening to Spotify, but they're both wearing the same shirt. Lucky Brand, Costco. It's beautiful. Nice work, guys.
Yeah, I got this one with a roast.
Yeah. Mine's a XL. Stace's is a double X. It's a little tight.
Whoa, hey. It feels like a medium.
It's medium.
It's medium. Yeah. Costco's awesome, right?
I mean,
get some sausage links, a roast, and a cool T-shirt.
Yeah,
some stretchy jeans too.
Like if you go and buy allergy meds or something like that, it'll last you for 3 years.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
So plug for Costco.
Little Costco plug.
No free ads. No free ads, Stace.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. We should know that.
Well, maybe we'll get a sponsor. They're looking to reach out.
My website has a sponsor. It's a Safety Wing, actually says. It's travel insurance. So if you want to use travel insurance, Safety Wing is good in like 182 countries. Yeah. And Blaze knows it actually it's made me money because it's cheap.
Yeah.
So whenever I lose a bag, they pay me. And Blaze knows like how many times my bags get lost. Yeah.
I've not seen anything like it. This guy cannot travel to Canada without somebody stealing his luggage.
I think it's
unreal.
I think he's it's probably the security is taking his bags. He's always traveling with like fruit and exotic meat in his bag. So
to be fair, he'll be coming for 4 days and he'll have like a carry-on and 2 huge suitcases. It's like, dude, come on.
One's a snowboard bag, so mean that's only fair.
Yeah, but then their suitcase, you could fit in it. It's big. You could sleep in it. It's so big.
Winter clothes. I don't know it's cold up there.
And if you had stretchy jeans and a couple Costco shirts, that would eliminate a couple of bags, right? Because they're good for the whole trip. A little loose at the beginning, stretch out nicely by the end.
It's perfect.
That's actually, Fraser, remember when we came down, when you were at college, we came down to see you at Tech, and Fraser's dad, my older brother, Rick, he came down, and we went shopping on the last day. It was a bit of a bender the whole weekend.
Taco Bell every night, Stace.
Every night, yeah.
Literally every night.
Plus, lots of Emmys.
Perfect trip.
Tex-Mex food as far as the eye could see. So anyway, we had like a long waiting for our flight, and went to some outlet mall, and Rick bought a pair of jeans, and then he tried them on like 2 weeks later, and his wife was laughing at him because they were so big, because he was such a fat little bastard by the end of the trip, and Rick's like not anything close to fat ever in his whole life. He's like 0% body fat. It's annoying, actually. And these jeans were like just enormous, and she's like, "Wow, how drunk were you when you bought these?" He's like, "No, it was like 9:00 in the morning, but I guess he was just so bloated from all the beers
and he couldn't even wear them. He's never worn them since.
Yeah,
no.
Well,
he donate them.
Plus, weren't they the bedazzled ones with the shiny pockets and stuff too? Rick was on a bender, and he thought the old lady would like those in. And like, what? Get those off.
It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet when I get home. Wait till she sees this. And
look at the pockets on these things, eh?
Also, Stace, I know. So for the listeners, I'm living part-time, full-time in Costa Rica. In the last 2 episodes, my power's gone out. So you're gonna enjoy this. I'll give you. I think Stace might get it, but I'll give you both a guess of why my power kept going out.
I think you put unleaded fuel in the generator. It has to run on like the. What?
Monkeys keep on getting electrocuted and dying on the transmitter.
Come on.
Really?
Like at your house or in the neighborhood?
Just like down the street. Like 2 monkeys a week are dying, left and right.
Wow. What's up there?
So they're getting just the transformer. They keep on getting electrocuted. So I am like, I've had enough of this. It's ruining the podcast, among other things. Monkeys are dying. So I started up some big hoopla. And sure enough, today, they've buzzed down all the trees next to the wires, and they're building a monkey bridge.
Monkey bridge.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm basically like Costa Rica Jane Goodall. I'm just saving monkeys already.
Oh, the PETA people are going to love you.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a sponsor.
Yeah. PETA, monkey bridges.
Monkey bridge.
A monkey bridge.
Yep.
Do they need a bridge?
I get so they it's like a little it's like a tiny string. Yeah, rope.
Yeah.
A rope.
Here's your monkey bridge. That's a rope.
They like ropes.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of, so I mean, let's get into it. We've got week
Get after
2, winners and losers. And I want to start with one because I've got 2 Zags.
Ooh.
I've got a winner, Bryce Young. And I think you'll agree with me on it.
I think
he's benched.
Yeah.
They're going to get rid of him. He gets out of that hellhole of Carolina in 1 to 2 years. And we can start fresh. And we've seen what other quarterbacks have done starting fresh. Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield, as we know, 46 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, winning teams. They're both 2-0 right now, right?
Yes, they are.
Sam Darnold, you mean?
Sam Darnold. Who do I say?
Not Matt Stafford, yeah.
Matt Stafford, yeah. Sam Darnold. Just what?
Matt Stafford.
I get them all confused.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not going there.
No, not taking the bait. That's a trap.
That's a trap. You know,
so, I think Bryce Young getting benched was the best thing that has happened in his career. He'll get out of there, the worst franchise in sports, and that's my first winner of the week, Bryce Young.
I like it. You know what? I like the way you're looking at that. I hope he does go somewhere. You know, but I don't know. I don't think I'm as optimistic as you. He's just too small.
He is so tiny.
He's like Kyler Murray, but not thick.
Thinner. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work. Everything is too big in front of him. It's just like a bunch of trees in front of him, and I can't even imagine what that's like trying to look downfield, and all you're doing is just looking at the back of helmets. Like that, I don't know. I don't see it, but maybe another chance.
At least Carolina's going to have a high first-round pick next year. I mean, no, they're not. I think Chicago still gets their first next year too.
No, they got their first.
No.
They got their own. But
are you sure? I thought they get their first in 2025.
No, they got it.
I think Chicago gets their second, but they get their own first this year. So, yeah. Andy Dalton's going to go and screw that up, win a couple games.
Oh, you will.
I don't know. Maybe they're.
The Rifle's going to win. He'll probably win next week.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Who are they playing?
Stace's lock of the week. Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yep. All right, I'm making the call.
Oh,
yep.
I like it.
Lock it in, Fraser.
All right. Lock it in.
Yeah, lock it in. Let's go, Panthers.
I've been waiting on just because I told you at the start of the year, Fraser, the ultimate loser for this week, and I told you he's a buffoon. Nick Sirianni. This guy is an idiot. Like, first drive of the game, and you're going for it on 4th and 4 from like the 16-yard line or whatever it was. Take the points. It's 5 minutes into the game. Take the points. And then of course that comes into play later. And then he's got 3rd and 3 inside the 10, a minute 40 left, and you have your little stupid tush push that you love to run. Run it twice.
Run it twice.
Or do anything except throw the ball. And I know they're going to say, oh, well, Saquon catches it, blah, blah, blah. Don't throw the ball there. Like, the clock is the enemy, right? The Eagles, like the Vikings were not the enemy. The clock was. If you run the ball, you take 40 seconds off and then go for it. And at the very worst, you're under 50 seconds after you go for a 4th down. And now Kirk Cousins is starting inside his 10 instead of his 30. Sure, he only needs a field goal, but it's an entirely different game. Like this, Sirianni's a goof. He's a clown. Yeah. He's. I told you guys this all along. Like, he acts like a complete idiot, and he's a buffoon. Like, I love it. It made me so happy to see, just because it was just right in his face and showed what a clown he is. And Hurts had a bad pick at the end, but that kid played his ass off. Like, he was running around converting 3rd downs all night. He did everything he could, and just brought down by bad coaching and the classic Eagles soft defense. It was awesome. I loved every second of the last few minutes of that game.
Do you think Peyton Manning swears like a lot, or do you think he's like pretty not sweary? Because did you watch the Manning cast when that last play happened?
I saw some highlights. Yeah.
It was like the last play they threw it, he missed it, and he got up off the couch and like walked away.
Yeah, he did. Peyton too. Peyton was so mad. Like, I love how intense Peyton is watching these games.
Right.
He has zero tolerance for stupid football. Like, none.
He really
doesn't care. Like, if people make little mistakes happen, that's fine. But when it's just dumb football, he has zero time for it, and I think it's hilarious.
Do you guys just watch the Manning podcast or the Manning cast, or do you watch the other one?
I watch the other one, but you always see the good highlights from the Manning cast, right? They're always posted everywhere.
It's pretty neat perspective, right? I think it's pretty neat. Yeah,
we should do it.
Maybe one day we'll be doing on the Manning cast, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think ratings would be fairly good.
Yeah, there'll be at least 7 or 8 people probably watching that.
Friends and family for sure.
Yeah,
you got to start somewhere, right?
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
There is a live feature.
Are we getting mostly friends and family right now? Are we not?
Yeah.
Building the base, though. We're building the base.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
You're bringing them in, Stace. You're bringing in other followers. This is good.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, my wife's got like thousands of Facebook people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Costco fans will be all over us.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're in. Yeah. I might go to Costco today.
Yeah, all the monkey lovers too.
Yeah, we got PETA on our side. Yeah.
We're all trending up.
Markets. Yeah, we are.
I've got another loser that's a zag. My loser is Vikings fans. 2-0 Vikings fans. As a Viking fan myself, this is what the Vikings do. They get you really excited, and it's just like it's a roller coaster. It's like I thought about this. It's not a fun roller coaster at Six Flags at like a big amusement park. It's more like a state fair or a county fair, not even a state fair, like a county fair. Or like in Mexico I went to, where like the seat, like the little thing, the bar doesn't really connect all the way. And for a while, like Kirk Cousins was the carny in the corner with like no teeth, and he had your death in his hands with his small little hands, and just ready to kill you at any moment. And you're with your girl, and you sit down, and then to use Blaze's analogy, Dan Campbell takes your girl from your seat, bangs her out in the bathroom.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Hey, that's the Vikings fanship in a nutshell. We're all excited to know. Oh yeah, we have a chance. No, they're gonna slice our throats and take our girl at any second.
No. I think you're trying to reverse jinx is what you're doing. They're like they've got the ingredients, man. They got a good offensive line. Darnold is just not gonna make mistakes. Jefferson's a dude. But their defense is good. Their defense is flying around. And I know their coach is a big meanie to Tua, and everyone's gonna say, oh, Flores, is just a big bully, but guy can coach defense, and they look good. Their defense looks really good, and I think they're going to be competing for a playoff spot all year. So nice try in the reverse jinx. I see what you're trying to do. There. You're trying to set yourself up so it doesn't hurt so much. But now they're a solid team.
They are, but something will happen. You'll see. We won't miss a field goal all year and then just miss one. Something will happen.
Speaking of Dan Campbell, I guess I sent the text out to Baker there, and he changed the locks. Yeah, he changed the locks. Yeah,
he changed the locks.
So not today. Yeah, go somewhere else, bro.
No doubt.
There's no bullying going on here. You're not walking through the front door. I don't even have any beer in my fridge. He said, "There's no beer."
There's none.
No, I drink. Yeah, Baker drinks whiskey. He's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Try it somewhere else. Doors are locked.
And Baker, I assume, isn't married either. He's probably got like 5 girlfriends. So you probably maybe gave him like one of the side pieces.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Dan got tired just in the front lawn there, and he was like, I'm done.
Nibbling on like some little ribs. A little Tampa Bay 7 he threw outside.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I also looked up, there's no term, I don't think. I looked on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
For so like cuckold is like the
I don't know what?
The guy like if someone takes your girl and you watch, you're the cuckold. But there's no term for like the cucker. So like the guy who's sleeping with the wife.
That's the Dan Campbelling.
That's the Dan Campbell. So we can just change our Urban Dictionary that we'll add Dan Campbell, and that'll mean you're the cucker. So I thought you'd like that tidbit. Yeah. Well, that's not even a term. It's
but
just
that's
Dan
in the
Campbell.
bully situation. See, I saw again going back to the Monday night game a different kind of analogy this time with what the Vikings did. Like it was more that last drive when they gave Kirk the ball back, and it was just so easy going down the field. It was literally like when you're just in a pub with your girl and you get up and go to the bathroom, and some smooth guy just comes over and just takes her, and you don't even know what happened. Like that's how easy it was. Like Kirk Cousins made the Eagles look like garbage. It was so good.
Yeah.
Captain Clutch, they call him, don't they?
They do. They do.
They do.
Well, Fraser doesn't. Fraser doesn't. He doesn't respect him. But good job.
I'm
Kirk.
not a believer.
Yeah,
and I will
Captain
say,
Kirk.
The defense was terrible. He's just like Tua, where if he's got time and like all that, he's beautiful.
Yeah,
and that's what happened on that last drive. He just had people running wide open. He's gonna find them if they're wide open. He had plenty of time. Also, the Eagles could have called a timeout, I thought, to get their defense a quick rest when they're getting shelled. But yeah, so Kirk with tons of time.
But I think they realized after the first two plays that they might need those timeouts.
So
you can't really, right? They got the ball back.
True.
And it's just.
And then Kirk almost threw 2 interceptions at the start of the game. One should have been picked. So I don't know. I'm still out on Kirk, but as you know, I'm going to die on that. So
you're always out on Kirk.
Hey, speaking of winners and losers, what about Derek and Alvin walking into Jerry's house?
Wow.
Right upstairs, grabbing 2 beers.
Yes. Oh.
Going over to see Mrs. Jones and said, "No thanks. I'm gonna."
Are you saying there was an Eiffel Tower situation?
Yeah, I think. I think they said, "Jerry, we're going right for the cheerleaders."
Oh,
in your own town, in your own house.
In your own house. Yikes!
Now, Derek and Alvin, they're winners. Jerry Jones.
I know.
Yeah, tough week.
It's so good. Did you see the article about Robert Kraft when they're talking about his Hall of Fame candidacy? And he basically is like, Jerry Jones hasn't even been to the title game in like 30 years, and he's in the Hall of Fame. I won 6 Super Bowls. What's the deal here? And he's 100% spot on. Like Jerry Jones is so much hype. I mean, we've talked about this before. He's an incredible businessman. He's done a lot of cool stuff for the league. Blah blah blah. But they are just so full of bluster every year, and then they got their asses kicked. Like that was absolutely classic. Absolutely beat down right in their stadium. It was so good.
Well, and I think it was either Kraft or someone else who wrote that. I read the article. It was like it sets a bad precedent because now all the other owners are just going to be like Jim Irsay and everyone else just being loud, obnoxious idiots just to get publicity. So then they're going to make the Hall of Fame versus actually doing stuff on the field.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to pile on someone I've been piling on for the last 2 months. But loser.
Boy. That was a whole different. That was a whole different term about 2 years ago, Blaze.
Yeah.
I'd have to be like, hey, hold on. Where are we going with this?
Yeah.
But now let's change. So you're piling on. Let's hear hear the new Fraser's new piling on term means.
Yeah. Caleb Williams telling his punter on draft night that, hey, you're not going to be used very much.
Oof.
And it's like they're the second in punting this year so far, and their defense or their offense is awful. So I've already
that's
gone off on Caleb enough. But
you know what though? It's such a lesson that we need to learn come draft time. This time again next year is everyone's wide receiver. And like Odunze, he's no good if you don't have time to throw him the ball. Like it's great, he can be out there running around and cooking people, but there was so many linemen they could have taken with that other pick, and I bet you they're rethinking it now. Like that was a beating, and Caleb, like he wasn't just getting sacked, he was getting crushed. Like there were some enormous hits. I think if anything, gained a little bit of respect for that kid for how tough he is, because he didn't play great, but my God, he got beat up and he kept going. So I think. I'm not as down as Fraser is on him, but it's a rough start.
He's definitely
definitely
a tough kid.
I backtracked my hate on Caleb, so I realized I didn't like how I perceived his attitude in college and in draft night, because the fuck Utah on his fingernails, the commercials. He wasn't really winning games at USC in this final year, which say what you will, still you should win games at USC. Everyone has a bad defense, but I just didn't like his attitude. But now it seems like since it's been in the NFL, he's said all the right things. So everyone really likes him, says he's got an amazing attitude. So if that's his attitude, I'm back. I'm not labeling a full bust, because he seems like to be doing all the right things. And this last game, he just played like a rookie. He didn't play terrible. He just played like a rookie on a shitty team. So there's potential.
I think when you get down a little bit, then you're trying to he's not They just teed off on him, right? And they had no run game. Where's Swift is nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere. A couple plays, and that was it. Yeah, he's a wash.
They would have been better just to keep Montgomery. You know what I mean? Like, all that guy does is produce, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to be a superstar, but
cheap.
He's really cheap.
Yards all the time.
Yeah.
Well, and who are you talking about? But it speaks to Caleb Williams, where it's just like Bryce Young. It's like these guys who can run around in college, but now they're playing against actual athletes. So it's like Caleb trying to do his bullshit isn't going to work in the NFL.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Jaden Daniels getting crushed.
Did he take some big ones? I didn't see. I did not watch 1 minute of that game. I was like, come on.
Fair. But to be honest, what quarterback's excelling right now? Like, if you look at stats are down, like you get 200 yards passing, you're having a big week.
Baker Mayfield.
Like, has Mahomes thrown for over 200? Oh, maybe the first game he did, but
not by much.
Not by much. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just winning, right? Like,
I think he's got 2 touchdown passes and 2 picks on the season, and they're winning. But it just seems the defenses have figured it out. You know what I mean? Like, they're playing that too high. Safeties are always back. They're always forcing things in, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, they're making them work for it.
Yeah, well, I was saying from the start to stay away from Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes in fantasy just because I think they're in self-preservation mode and they realized they could do it last year. So it's just like hand the ball off, keep him upright, don't ever get him touched. So I think like come the playoffs, when he needs to throw, when he needs to eke out that extra second and get crushed, he'll do it. But like it's kind of like you see like Jokic in the NBA doesn't care about the regular season. LeBron, of course, is a lot older, but just take you take more time.
Who's your regular season? Place?
I don't know that. What sport he's talking about?
Jokey guy.
But, I think he's talking to that sport that's like the second most popular league in its own sport. Is that what he's talking about?
Basketball.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I've heard of the WNBA.
Mahomes.
That's all over the news.
Yeah.
It's really good, apparently. A lot of people talking about that.
Yeah. How many minutes have you watched the WNBA?
Same amount. Yeah.
Same amount. But I just think the Chiefs are they can't as much now that they've got Pacheco hurt, but I think just keep them upright, don't get hurt, lose a couple games if they, they're just not going 100%, I don't think. Like they are, but they aren't, if that makes sense.
I don't think Mahomes has it in him to not.
True.
He's still gonna go. I mean, I just think Kelsey's the same age as Gronk. Gronk's been retired for like 6 years. Right? Kelsey's just Father Time's catching up to him. He's not as explosive, and he's still smart and still going to find some windows, but he's just not the same player he was 2 years ago.
What about Trevor Lawrence getting the start for KC in the backfield next week, hey?
Yeah. Sunshine. Yeah. Sunshine.
Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
You haven't seen what's his Steele?
Carson Steele.
Yeah.
He's like a fullback though, isn't he? He's not actually going to be like carrying the ball a bunch.
No,
I don't know.
Most of the running backs are out there. They brought in Hunt, obviously, but there's no other miscellaneous decent running backs that they could grab. I think Hunt.
Where did McKinnon go? He was there last year, wasn't he? It seemed like he was always doing something for that.
Yeah, they got that other guy. What's his name? That was
Pirine.
Yeah,
they got Pirine there.
Yeah, from the Broncos.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to sneak in one because you brought up the Washington game phrase. Craziest stat maybe of the year so far. I don't know if you've heard this one. The Giants are the first team ever to score 3 touchdowns, not allow a touchdown, and lose the game. Like that's hard to do.
That is.
That's hard to do. Ever. In the history of the NFL, that's never happened before. But I don't understand. Did the kicker get hurt? Why did they not have any extra points?
Yeah, Gano got hurt.
Okay. And they can't get a 2-point conversion for the life of them.
Apparently not. And I guess the Giants would have won had Gano not got hurt because they could have kicked 2 field goals and they would have won the game.
Yeah.
But they're definitely shit. Is there been documented on TV? You're gonna get fucking fired, you idiot. Then what happened with the Giants on Hard Knocks and the owner?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that when they traded or got rid of Barkley?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. All right, see you later.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going to be really upset if he goes to a division rival and dominates.
Yeah.
And
guess
that
what?
guy's fired.
Yes, he sure is. He's fired. It sucks for him too, because he'd be like, "Oh man, this is sweet. I'm gonna have the number 1 or the number 2 draft pick," and then the season's gonna come. He's like, "You out."
Oh yeah.
You want to hear a crazy stat? It's not the NFL, but I shared it with Blaze. There's a running back out of high school, and he on Friday night he rushed for 400 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Fraser, their team lost.
Lost the game.
Oh my god.
They lost in overtime.
Like 80 to 78 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like, how long are they playing for? Like, is it even possible to score 150 points in a game?
Apparently it is.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Especially running the ball. Like you expect them throwing the ball in this day and age, not running.
Yeah. 10 tutters. 10 tutters, 400
That's
yards.
amazing.
And took
That's
the L.
amazing. It's unbelievable.
What happened to is there any defense? Like, what is going on?
Zero. Or he's an absolute man-child. He's going to Auburn, I think, right? Or
Well, he's not big.
currently?
They said he's 5'10", 200 pounds, similar to
That's
my
pretty big in
build.
high school. It's for a running back.
Similar to my build.
I think you're a little high on the height and a little low on the weight estimate there.
I wonder if guys like
moving
Kirk
on,
or like Kirk or like Travis Kelce, if they have like because they've been in the league for 15 years or whatever it is, if they see these new athletes in the last 3-4 years, like now they're so old, they have to be night and day, right? From when they came in the league to where guys are at now.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And just getting, I guess they can't get hit as bad, but yeah.
Well, some of them, and then you got guys that like what happened to the Bo Jackson guys or the Deion Sanders, that whole generation, Barry Sanders, that whole generation of just absolute freaks. We've never seen those guys again, right?
You're talking
I guess you have the quarterbacks.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
are you talking like multi-sport, Stace?
Just in general, like a guy that would dominate, like, you know, for that long type thing. I guess Bo Jackson didn't last, but it was injury. But and multi-sport too, right? Like, that's never going to be a thing again, right?
Probably not. No, these kids specialize too young now, right?
Yeah.
They just want to settle into one sport way too early.
Well, and everyone's so good too that I don't think you couldn't be a B player and play 2 anymore. You kind of have to be legit and elite at 1 these days.
Right.
Yeah. But
too much money. Although imagine the NIL money if you went and played 2 sports and you were awesome at both of them.
Oh yeah.
Right. And maybe you could find the NIL box would be unreal.
It would be. Who's like the last really good 2-sport athlete? Like Kyler Murray. I guess there's other guys who. Drake May. Oh, he played high school basketball, not college.
Yeah. Yeah. We just don't hear about him as much anymore.
There's you always hear about like a tight end that never even played college, and he was a big hoops guy, right? And he comes
power
out
forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember. I don't have a name off.
Yeah. Another loser I got. It's just a repeat from last year, but rookie QBs and non-CJ Stroud second-year QBs again. Will Levis. I think I sent you my tweet, but how he had 2 worst plays of the year. Also, so he was the backup. Yeah, he was the backup to Sean Clifford at Penn State. And most people don't know football, don't know who Sean Clifford is. I mean, you would.
Stace, Sean Clifford,
obviously.
Maybe on the practice roster for the Packers, but I don't know if he's still there. He might have gotten picked up by.
No, I think he's the backup.
Probably not.
Didn't he dress?
Yeah. Well, I guess he's the backup because we had our boy. Speaking of Tennessee, did they drop the wrong guy?
So this is what's so weird. It's just like Sean Clifford is so bad that he got beat by Malik Willis, who has some of the worst stats of all time for quarterbacks, and they just brought Malik off the street. It's not like he was with him for a long time, right? So
and he looked decent.
Yeah.
Did he look good? I didn't see how they.
Yeah, he ran a lot, obvious reasons, right? But I think he threw for 160 yards and 1 touchdown, no picks.
Okay.
And they won. Like it was, You got to think they must have put everyone in the box and were like, you got to throw it. But he still got if they did that, they did it wrong because I think we had 225 yards of rushing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they
sure.
and like, what were they worried about?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know. That Colts
the Colts
team,
D, holy,
they're bad. That's Gus Bradley doesn't make any adjustments on defense and just gets absolutely plowed like all the time. Just gets run right over.
Yeah, like what were they thinking? Just stack the box, split every player, and force them to throw.
Yeah,
don't even cover the receivers.
No.
Yeah, she's gonna miss them anyway.
It'd be like going back to like Pop Warner football, right? You just put a couple corners, man up, inside shade, beat me deep. That's never going to happen. And like 4 linebackers all in the box, not even a safety. Just
it's the way we go.
Yeah.
I wonder if listeners are like very shocked when like Stace is typical Staceness, and then all of a sudden he pulls out just full on formations and technical football talk. They're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Stace was a good football player.
Oh, I was. Yeah.
I love
up here in Canada, I was. But
this is basically like the Manning cast. I feel like I'm learning shit from you behind the scenes. You're Peyton Manning, Stace Manning.
I know you signed me as a color guy, right? But I'm like an onion, guys.
Are you in Europe yet?
No, tomorrow.
You're still home?
Yeah,
tomorrow you go.
Yeah.
Where are we filming from next week? Where are you going to be?
Oh, I don't know. I got to text. The old lady's got the schedule down. Is old lady okay? Don't want to.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
that's fine. But I think like you should connect her and Fraser so that we can set this up because I'd love to be recording this while you're like.
I think I'll have to get up and like
in October.
Whoa.
In
Germany. Next week. I'll have to let you know. Like I might be in Italy or something like that. I know we're going there.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
perfect.
Great. Yeah, and it'll be in the middle of the night, so the wife will like that. Yeah, I'll just slap on the.
Well, you'll be.
Hello.
It'll
definitely be 7 beers deep if it's in the middle of the night.
Yes.
I think it'll be like 7 p.m. there because I think it's 10 hours ahead from you guys.
Okay.
9 to 10.
All right.
So yeah, dude,
that makes sense.
10
o'clock at night. Yeah, it should be fine.
We could do it at night, so it's first thing in the morning for you. Get up before her. Mediterranean in the background. I'll do out on. Have the lake in the background here. Fraser can have the ocean. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do full outside next week.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully that sponsorship money comes in.
Costco should be getting back to us anytime on that, I would think.
Yeah, sure. I checked the mail. I haven't got no checks yet, so I might hold out. Me and Higgins, I'm gonna fake a hammy if I don't get something soon, and fuck, I'll be holding out for a couple more weeks. Higgins, come on, you're on my fantasy team. Let's go already.
No doubt. Is that guy coming back? What's going on there?
And I don't know. And what's the thing with the hammies? Why? Like this was never a thing 10 years ago. Hammies weren't a thing.
Hamstrings weren't a thing.
They were, but they never got injured by them. Like everyone's getting a hammy now. Nah, I don't think so. There is no hammy. Like today it's an epidemic of hammies. Like, put some more fat on. You know the thing, hey, Blaze? Anyone less than 15% body fat, anything less than 15% body fat, you're in danger of hammies. You can't pull fat. That's our motto. You can't pull fat. You lean, what happens? There's no oil in the tank. There's no grease. Boom. Shit blows off. Come on, guys.
This is how Stace survived in like this men's football and softball leagues for a decade, and it was like never hurt because he has a valid point.
Yeah,
you and Bud, you say the same thing all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Stretch. It's like, what are we stretching?
Yeah,
that's why they call you the chainsaw.
Yeah, that's right.
No, don't call
it that. Call it well-oiled chainsaw.
Yeah, well-oiled with Bud Light.
Yeah, like doesn't matter how good you are if you're hurt all the time with your little hamstring problems. Fucking come on.
Fair. So since
like how many injuries?
Since you mentioned Higgins' phrase, how about Jamar Chase is a big loser for that tantrum he pulled? What a bonehead. God, they got to be so tired of his act, like the holdout and all the nonsense. Then he shows up and he's not really doing a whole lot, and then he takes a huge penalty on what was looking like a very, very good drive. The guy's a clown.
I remember I saw highlights of him last year that like comparing him and Jefferson, which is impossible, but he doesn't really do good receiver things. Like he catches some nice deep balls, but it's not like he's some St. Brown, Jefferson. Like we think of him as a top 5 wide receiver, but then when we actually put film, he wasn't necessarily top 5, even top 10.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. I think he's been pretty good.
Yeah,
in the past.
that's what I thought too. But I know I saw like something where it's like he doesn't really do as much as we think he does.
He's not looking great this year. You can see it. Same with Ayuk, right? These guys that held out and just aren't. They're just behind. And
he's got to get some targets next week. No, like, who else? Ayuk. Like, who are they throwing to next week?
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah,
but you would think maybe Ricky's back. Is a bullet wound healed yet? Ricky Pearsall.
Oh, was he on IR or did they not put him on IR?
I don't think they did. No, I don't think he's IR'd him.
Yeah. There's a flesh wound.
Sweet.
Yeah, something else. It's a fucking flesh wound, man. Yeah. Did it even go in? Did it just scrape it? I don't know.
No, it went right through.
Right through?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and hit nothing. It's incredible.
Yeah.
He's indestructible.
He is.
Speaking of injuries, I got fantasy football owners as a loser, just because everyone's hurt.
Oh,
yeah, it's a bloodbath. It's an absolute bloodbath.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
What was that one there? You probably showed it, Fraser. The guy showed his roster, and like every single guy was out.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I think he had Tua, and then he had like. His whole roster was basically all the way down. Was like I'm done.
Cup, Puka. I mean, it's nuts. It's so bad. It's so unfortunate. Hopefully, it's turns the other way because you don't like see these star players not on the field, right?
That's right.
Yeah, to Stace's point, they're just they're too fit. They need to get chubbier.
That's right.
You think that's what it is?
I think so.
I mean, that's Stace's thought. So.
If they're all above 50% body weight, that's the rule, league rule. I tell you, they can't run as fast, so the tires don't blow off, right?
Yeah.
So that should be the new rule for the NFL. Try it out. Everyone's a little bit faster, a little bit slower, but
then the game's slower and not as explosive. I don't know if I'm willing to make that trade.
Yeah,
I disagree with being slower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're saying if you throw in an extra 15 pounds of fat, it'd be just as fast?
You probably couldn't tell the difference.
No, I think you could tell the difference.
No. Yeah. You'd at least be on the field. You wouldn't be sitting on the sidelines.
So when you watch the Olympics this year at all the sprinting events, didn't see a lot of chubby people.
No.
Yeah, lots of hamstrings, though. Hey, come on, you guys know. You guys know this is your best ability is your availability. That's it. Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
This is true.
Yeah.
You heard this, kids out there. Say no to being ripped. Yeah,
that's
say
right.
No to the shred.
Yeah. 15%. Hey. Don't say no to no beer. A few beers. Not too many.
Well, that double negative.
If you're,
I don't think.
That's not. Yeah, you're right.
If you're over 18 or 19 or 21, depending where you live.
What's with 21 in the States? Now that's
it's weird.
What's that? Communist
is not
down there. And
yeah, that's true.
There's people who watch this podcast that are not going to like that comment.
Sorry.
You can call them a lot of things, but
communist.
You could almost call them the
other. I know. You used. You go to the army when you're 18, but you can't have a cold beer while you're at war. Come on.
It's weird.
Come on, guys, lighten up a little bit. 19. let's. We're not asking you to drink at 14. 19.
We won't even get into the guns where you can own a gun, but you can't have a beer. We won't even get into that. But moving on.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from that one.
A betting tip that I already knew, and I'm sure you guys know, but I think that never let me do this again. So I started betting futures, but only unders. So I only ever bet future unders for one main reason. But this year I did 2 overs as part of some parlays. One was Jordan Love over, and one's Kyler Murray over for yards. And sorry, I'm talking about player overs, not team overs. So player stats overs, just because injuries. So I go under all the time. Like I've got the Tua under, the Levis under, the Richardson under, Daniels under, and Caleb Williams under. I even got them all parlayed. And I've got a few other ones, like just 3 of them. Then I've got some ones with Kyler and Jordan Love. But yeah, like the Jordan Love injury, you can have a great idea, but then you're just fucked because they get it. So don't bet overs for stats. This is my
I disagree. So I mean, I guess for the season, but not
for the season.
Stuff, betting under stocks.
Yeah, no. Just for futures, for seasons.
You know what my favorite part about that though was I was watching Stace as you were going through all that, and it was like he was like a student in the old Charlie Brown classroom. The teacher was like, wah, 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 wah. He had no clue what you were talking about. He's like, parlay? He's around. He's like, parfait? Is this who has ice cream?
Commercial break there. I didn't know this is.
That was amazing.
Yeah, you lost me there. I'm on my phone. Cobes, where are you? Come here. Where's my dog?
Where's Cobes? How's Cobes today?
Oh, here he is. Hey, come here. Up.
There we go.
Say hi to Fraser, the monkey lover.
Yeah. You need saving, Kobe. I'll just take care of you.
Why does he have streamers in it?
Oh, that's my headset. Say hi.
Hi, Kobe.
Hey, everyone. This is the main man right here. Oh, thank you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, let him lick you right on the lips. That's not gross at all. He was just licking his arse around the corner when you called him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now you got. All right, sorry.
Stacey, we get back to football here.
All right, that's enough. Thanks.
Does anyone else have a winner or loser? I've got another one.
Hey, another. We got Pete on our side for sure, eh?
Oh yeah.
Hey
dogs,
guys,
monkeys.
Hey, do we have to go there too? What's going on with the dogs and the cats and eating the dogs and the cats?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Can we go? Can we step in there? Is this this is not a thing, is it? Is it?
No,
it is apparently. But we can tie it back to football though, because if you listen to some crazy people that get microphones and debates down there, it was like the Haitians really took their toll in the NFL this week because all the cats lost.
Yeah, all the cats did lose.
Panthers, all the cats took a beating, and so if you listen to some crazy people, might say that there's certain people that are after.
Well, I actually saw a funny clip, and I don't want to offend any of your Trumpy guys, but
you're totally going to.
I just know it was just pretty funny, and I think Biden says some pretty funny things too. Like if it's comedy, so Trump was talking about sending all the Haitians back to Venezuela.
Oh,
mass deportation back to Venezuela. I didn't know. Who knew, right?
Yeah, that's where Haitians come from.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess so.
And you know what? That's wild. I would have guessed Haiti, but it would have been a guess.
You thought wrong, my friend.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So, yeah.
Okay. So like, if you meet someone.
Good.
And do we not really kind of miss Biden's stuff once in a while? Like we don't miss it there, but as far as pure comedy and content. Oh yeah,
content, right? But he's a corpse.
This is a great segue because my next loser is the fucking old men chain gangs we have in the NFL. What are we doing?
Oh no!
One guy died of one guy had a heart attack during the game. Another guy tripped. Yeah, he had a heart attack or something like that. Another guy fell over a pylon and whacked his head like a fucking
drilled his head. Absolutely drilled his head. Like did you see when he got up? The poor dude, he was stumbling. It looked like Stace after about 7 beers up at the mountain. You have to hold him, walking him out. It was awesome.
That is not true. I have extremely good balance. You know that. One thing. I have extremely good balance. Yeah. I love it when you show people that never watch football, like from a different country, and then the chain gang comes running out. There's old guys in there, like, what is going on here? Yeah. And you try to explain, and they're like, it's a chain?
Yeah. Perfectly measured chain, actually.
Perfectly measured.
Yeah.
Like these
I thought they were chained to
their own 2 fucking feet. They can't stand their own 2 feet, but they're responsible for 4th and 1 in a playoff game. Like what? I don't understand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think they should just have. You should be able to draw for it. Like you put in for a raffle, and you can be the chain gang, right? Like maybe not.
It is. It's like locally.
Yeah.
Right. But I actually think they should use cheerleaders or like UFC ring girls.
Yeah. Well, what about
they get a lot of airtime, right? If we're gonna have them running out onto the field, let's at least have them be.
Like they do for hockey, where they've got the cheerleaders do the ice clean.
Yeah, they come out and do the ice clean. Let's do that for the chain. And then they'd at least be nimble enough to get out of the way when someone's, coming close on the sideline, and they don't just
probably better eyes. They can actually notice things.
Yeah.
Well,
attention span might not be as good, but
podcasters maybe we could do the chain gang. That'd be fun. Fraser's got the marker and he does the old first down. Like, hey, that ref's like, hey, that's my job. You're like,
that would be. He would do that too. He'd just be like, right away. The ref's like,
crowd up.
No. Yeah, here we go.
We're tailgating before the game, and then we look like the old guys. We're tripping on ourselves.
How do we
Still
get that
better
job?
than them?
That'd be sweet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how do you
That
get?
is-
They stop the game.
Did they get paid?
They stopped the game. I'm sure they do, but they stopped the game. So it was like a big part of the game, and they stopped it for like 5-6 minutes. They went on a commercial break for this old man. I was like, I love old men, but it was just, I don't get it. Why are we stopping the game? Like, if someone in the stands gets hurt, do we stop the game? Like, why are we stopping the game for them? Move them off to the side, play the game. Like, there's got to be someone else.
They're the reffing. They're part of the reffing crew.
And also, we had to get a replacement chain operated.
You probably have one backup, right? You can't afford that.
To be like standing there. He's probably watching up in the stand somewhere. They're like, hey, get Gerald down here. We need the backup chain guy. Tell him to put his beer down.
The segue of the politics.
Yeah. You know where he's sitting. You know, wheel him down here. You got to get going. You got work to do.
And the only job you can get being old, apparently, is like the chain gang, a Walmart greeter, or the president of the United States. Like, it's the only 3 jobs on earth that you can be.
Those are the 3.
Old fuck who can't do anything.
Or Supreme Court. You can also be a Supreme Court justice if you're really old. Like, if you're
now jobs you can drop.
That's a gig, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You're just like get elected once 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? Sure. I don't know.
Once every 3 months they get an idea like, okay, who can we piss off today? Let's get her going here. You're right. They've got it pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Or the chain gang people. And why can't we put something in the ball? Like every other sport, tennis, soccer, every sport they've got something in the ball. We can't football.
There was like a pilot thing they did in the preseason, and they didn't keep it.
I wonder if they're too cheap, because don't they probably bring in like everyone brings 8 new balls each game, and I wonder if NFL owners are just cheap assholes, as we know, and they don't want to pay for the technology.
I think they'd be fine with that. Like, I would hope.
You could probably, and because Brady's not here anymore, so you wouldn't feel the little computer chip in the softball. So you don't have to worry about that.
Allegedly.
Fair enough. Allegedly.
That's a low blow. Like, it was a farce, and you know it.
What?
Yeah. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back.
It was ridiculous. Anyways, like, balls, like,
I've had enough.
Does that make a? Yeah.
It was nonsense. Pure nonsense.
Yeah.
Pure nonsense.
All right. Well, before we get into picks for week 3, do you guys have any other winners, losers? I got like a few, but nothing is huge.
Yeah, let's lay them on me. We're having fun just kind of picking yours apart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I like that. I just had a fun one. Sierra. Because can you imagine being Sierra and like you're forced to move to Pittsburgh? Russell Wilson's wife. Oh. So she's a famous pop star. Yeah. Famous pop star, rich millionaire on her own.
Sierra. I thought you were talking about the truck. Sierra.
No.
GMC.
No, not the truck.
I don't know. Is she famous?
Oh, yeah. She's enormous.
She is?
Yeah. She's more famous than Russell Wilson.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, she had to move to Pittsburgh.
Has she got any songs?
Yeah.
Probably.
I apologize.
Moved, though? Like, do you think she actually did move?
I assume she has to.
I mean,
I just can imagine moving to Pittsburgh.
Dude,
well,
you're just like,
but
you're busy.
She's going to be moving to Miami soon, so it's going to be all good. Hey, here, that's the lock of the week. Rusty down in Miami.
Another lock of the week.
2 weeks.
Is he actually going there?
Why not?
I'm going to go.
I think he'd do well down there.
Next week for losers, I'm going to go Miami Dolphins. If that's the case, I'm just going to.
Here you go, Stace. This is Sierra. Well, this isn't Sierra, but this is our song.
That does not.
Goodies. Remember Goodies?
Russ? The who? Please help me out.
Goodies. That was the song.
I have no idea what that was. I couldn't tell you a Sierra song.
The Goodies.
Right. Well, so Russ, you think is moving to Miami?
I think he's going to get traded.
Apparently there was a rumor, but trash. I don't know. Why would Miami want him? I think
I think he'd be okay. Honestly, I think he's got tons of weapons. I think he's got something. He wasn't terrible in Denver last year. ish.
No, but he's fine. But that offense is all about accuracy. That is the one thing that Tua is accurate and getting the ball out on time. That's not exactly Russ's thing.
Well, it's time to move on from Tua.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Come on.
Like
for his own, like
him to make the decision to move on, but they're not going to. They owe him way too much money. They're like, "You sure your head's okay? You can probably come back."
Can they though? Because I saw that he can make 125 million for retiring. Would they recap all that money if he does a medical retirement? So like that goes away, the contract on their end.
I think they would get. I mean, they still got to pay him, but I think cap wise, they might catch a couple breaks. But it's they're not going to get off scot free for sure because like. When they do the signing bonus and stuff, it's prorated over the whole contract, right? So,
I thought it was only 56 million if he retires.
No, it's still over 100.
No, I think he gets 125,
20 or something like that.
What is he doing?
Yeah,
right.
Like,
also, come on, Stace, you're the medical expert. You had some other medical terms you were using earlier. So they called it, when you do this, they called it fencing. Now, is that the medical term or is it like fencing because it's like you're like fencing? Like, do we know? They kept on calling it fencing.
I think it's because you just get so rigid, right? You kind of get all fucked up and rigid.
Fenced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where does fencing come from?
You think fencing, you need to be like loose and.
Oh, I thought you were. Yeah, like I thought you were referring to like the border around your backyard, the fence.
No.
Oh. The fence.
Well, they could, I guess.
That's medical terms.
They need to rename it, not call it fencing. Because, fencing, you're kind of like one hand's behind the back and you're like this, it's more out.
Yeah.
I think they should call it Thriller. Like Michael Jackson.
Or
the Thriller.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Or he's fucked up.
Yeah, that too.
Holy. Oh, he's fucked up.
Probably don't need to hear that from Troy Aikman and the boys on TV, though. I don't think they'd be happy if they start dropping that kind of words.
It's too bad, though. I would be gone. I'd be gone. 125 million.
I think there's a chance that if they gave you 125 million, you might never play at all. Not even like you'd be like,
I certainly wouldn't be on this podcast right now. I'll tell you that much.
Whoa.
Okay,
that very nice.
I just have a fancier mic.
What is that?
Oh.
You got a microphone?
I had one.
For what?
Karaoke. A little bit.
Yeah.
Remember? Me and Blaze were a little bit of karaoke guys back in the day.
Oh, yeah. There was
a long time ago.
Podunk bar down across the border. That place was wild.
Wild stuff. But so I dabble a little in karaoke.
Okay.
So
I'd love to see this.
You got a few fans. I actually have a decent voice when it comes to singing. For another day, though.
Yeah. I mean, we'll save it.
It's tough to see if we don't hear it, right, Fraser?
I'm no Sierra, that's for sure. Or
no one is.
She sounds like
or the dude that was on there. Was that Russell that was doing the vocals with the dude there?
That was your boy PD Pablo, Stace.
Excuse me.
Let's get to some picks here, Fraser. Let's get to some picks.
Hold on. Another loser. My Trevor Lawrence stock. What do we think about Trevor? It's still early. His offensive line sucks, but I'm just like, I was so high on him.
Yeah.
It's not looking great.
When was the last time he won a game? You know this one?
Yeah. No.
Thanksgiving.
You?
He hasn't won a game since Thanksgiving.
Some guy said that that could have been the worst 30 minutes of football he's ever seen a quarterback play. I didn't watch the game, but that was what some guy said about the game.
I mean, the Browns have a good defense, but still, it looked pretty bad. It looked real bad.
His first half against Miami was electric, and then it just all fell to pieces since.
It's all gotten downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They're not throwing to that Thomas kid enough, though. I can tell you that much, because whenever they do, something awesome happens, and then you see he gets like 3 targets. It makes no sense.
Is it just like certain cities are just going to have shit teams, and it doesn't matter what they do? Like
I think it's the owners, right?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Like
Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, Minnesota gives you a little hope.
Just
right?
give
you a little juice.
Just get a little hope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we see like the best owners always have a good franchise, no matter what, and the worst owners always have a terrible franchise. So
yeah.
Yeah. And then Jacksonville's no good.
No. Is Kyler Murray back until he's not injured?
It seems like the way. Until he gets hurt again.
He's healthy right now.
He's good right now.
When he's healthy, man, he's a
Yeah. Well,
he's probably every bit. Would you say when he's healthy, he'd be right up there with Lamar as far as running and throwing? Pretty close, right? Would we agree? Like when healthy?
Ooh,
I think Lamar's.
He's better from the pocket.
Lamar may have maybe faster.
Yeah.
Like top end speed. Yeah.
Lamar, I think, is probably maybe.
Better.
I know Kyler's pretty elusive. I was going to say more elusive, but Kyler's pretty elusive too. I think
Lamar's a little bit taller.
Quarterback.
I wonder what their weight is, because I feel like I see Kyler get hit and he's like flying like a Looney Tunes character, where at least Lamar like seems like he has a bit of weight to him.
Yeah. I mean, he's just bigger in general. He's got probably 5 or 6 inches on him, doesn't he?
Yeah,
probably
a little bit. A little bit hard.
I hope he stays healthy. That's really the only thing that's ever kind of pulled the guy back, right? Like, is he's just injured a lot. So I'd love to see him.
Well, I'll talk to him.
Season.
Yeah, we'll just put another 10 pounds of chubbiness on him, and he'll be good for the whole year. Yeah. That's to me. I'll be your nutrition coach right there. Hey. Speaking of athletic quarterbacks,
that should be good.
What's his name from Indy there? Like unreal athlete, Richardson.
Yeah.
Can't throw though.
No, he's a running back.
Yeah. He's a running back.
Yeah.
That's your stat about you need more Bo Jacksons. If he went and played running back, he'd be Bo Jackson, but he's trying to be a quarterback.
Can you imagine if he was a running back? He might be insane.
Yeah, he's a freaky athlete.
Yeah, that'd be wild to see. Actually,
I love it. I hope they lose every game.
Yeah, me too. That was my favorite. That was my lock of the week, Stace. I even said it on this podcast.
I know. I'm gonna send you a Green Bay jersey.
Thanks.
Like not like a new one, but an older one. Like
okay.
Yeah.
I got like a printed Brett Favre one that
printed.
You can have the silkscreen one. It doesn't have it's not real the high end one. You can have
okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Or I actually have a Minnesota Viking Brett Favre jersey. If you
there you go.
Yeah, I did just to be certain. I never bought it.
Okay.
It was like one of those pub raffles, and they just gave it away, or it was someone left it behind, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I send that down to Fraser for sure.
Yeah,
but the old Brett Favre that one year, I think that was as close as you would ever have gotten to the Super Bowl, right?
That's exactly it, Stace. This is my issue with the Vikings. Yeah. So we're dominating that game. Yeah. We're killing it. Yeah. And Brett Favre, should be the smartest quarterback in the league because he's 40 plus at the time, is running to his right.
I don't think he's ever been accused of that.
I don't think that was ever going to be a threat.
Yeah.
You should at least have some knowledge. He's running to the right, and the number one thing for any quarterback is don't throw across your body.
Not for him.
He slides down. We run the clock out. We win the game. But he decides to run to the right, throw across his body, picked. We lose to the Saints.
I remember. I think if he just would have ran, he would have had a first down too, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And even if I remember that.
That was
also
that year he did so well too. Remember,
my God,
he killed it from Minnesota then. That was tough. I actually wanted to see him win. Like once the Packers were gone, I was like, man, I would like to see Favre win because I love watching him play. Right?
He was entertaining.
Blaze was also real time text with me on the game, and that was the game where I was like, what is happening? And they changed the rules about hitting quarterbacks. I was losing my mind. Remember, Blaze, he got hit.
He was getting crushed.
One guy hit him in the ankle, knee so bad at the same time someone hit him in the head. Like all simultaneously. I'm like, how is this not a flag?
He was getting absolutely murdered.
They had the bounty on him.
That was a bounty gate. That was
bounty. Yeah.
That's right.
I was on bounty gate before it came out. I was like, what is happening in this game? This is fucking insane.
Those guys would be thrown to the league for the rest of their life if they did that nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
He got absolutely murdered that game, man.
The one low high at the same time was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was like, this isn't legal, surely. It looked like Varsity Blues or like an old movie where they time it perfect to be like, one of those montages of the home team's just getting fucked up. And it's like Moxon is getting destroyed after he gets fucked up at the titty bar. That was what's happening.
It was. Totally was.
It was brutal.
How many conkies do you think Brad had over his career? And that was back in the day when you had to actually be knocked out on the field before they called it a conky, right?
Yeah.
The old sniffing salts, right? You're passed out.
He's fine.
Throw some sniffing support. He's back. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some picks.
I like it. Since you mentioned a nice lock last week, I think I told you both watch out for that line in the Vikings game. Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
And an outright win. That was beautiful.
Yeah. I killed it. I was 8-4-1 on my locks against the spread. That's pretty. That's good props.
Are you still in a Survivor?
Oh,
see you, Stace.
Nope.
You're out.
No more Survivor for me. I just did.
I got one going still. I avoided the big traps so far.
Yeah. I got one of the locks of the week. So listeners, Stace is microwaving food. I don't know what that noise is, but I wonder if I can mute his microphone. Stace, you stop the podcast to go make snacks? You making pizza pockets? What are you doing?
Yeah, some pizza pops.
What? That is some technical difficulty here. I got to go put some new. I had to refuel the generator, guys. Don't worry, I'm back.
It sounded like a microwave and a and then a start.
It sure did.
I was just gonna get a cup of Joe here. I just warming it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What a degenerate.
Well, Stace makes some pizza pops. We'll get back to the podcast. He's bringing in dogs, making pizza pops,
having some lunch.
on the listener's time. It's fine. He's also giving me shit. He's like, "Hey, we got to wrap this up in an hour." He said before the start of the podcast.
Did he really?
I got things to do, guys.
To be fair, an hour ago he was like, "Okay, it's 11:15 is snack time." So
I actually haven't even had breakfast yet, to be honest, guys.
Oh, well, you're doing good.
I know.
All right, so back to the picks for the listeners at home. I don't have a better term for locks of the week. Like, lock of the week should just be one, but I usually locks of the week for games I'm dialed in on. So one of my locks of the week, we'll start in order. I think the Patriots cover the Jets. I think that might be my main lock of the week.
I like it.
Hey,
what have the Jets done?
The Jets?
What have they done?
What's the spread?
Oh, this is it. It's
7?
It just dropped to 6, actually, since we've been on this call. It was 6.5 before the call, and all of a sudden I saw it drop to 6.
I'm keeping the Jets. They're heating up. They're heating up.
They're heating
against
up.
The Titans? Against the worst quarterback in the league?
Oh. Yeah. I'm sticking with it.
I think as long as the Patriots just keep it close, they'll keep it just like they did with the Seahawks. The Seahawks, I think, could be a better team or equal to the Jets. And the Seahawks flew across the country early game. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about the injuries that are starting to rack up for the Patriots, but I think that spread is ridiculous as well. And cool Patriots stat for you guys. So you'll like this. Drake May is currently tied for the lead for touchdown passes for rookie quarterbacks.
Oh, whoa!
Right? How's that?
I love that.
How's that? And so, like, bold prediction, he's going to end up leading all rookie quarterbacks in touchdown passes this year.
Ooh, I wonder if we could. I wonder what the FanDuel betting line is on for that. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, he's currently tied, so they're not going to hit start on him. When he comes back, he is going to lay it up. What do you got on the plate there, Stace?
No, I told you guys, just a cup of Joe
in the microwave.
Well, it's cold.
Gotcha.
I made it earlier. Yeah,
I like that one phrase. I'm always taking them, but I think my favorite one might be the Saints. If that offense can keep going in New Orleans against that Eagles defense is garbage, hot garbage.
Oh, yeah, didn't look good,
right? The secondary is no good. And
sorry, what's the spread on that one?
It's only 1.5. Yeah,
I got 2.5 on my app, but either way, that's even better for you if you're taking the Saints.
Yeah, and
I guess it's not.
At my pool.
Are you going straight up Saints? I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? At home, scoring like they have been. Their defense is pretty good. Yeah.
Weber will be happy to hear that. I just can't buy in on the Saints yet.
You want to see more?
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess there could be a clunker coming, but even if they fall off a little bit, like they've punted one time this year.
Yeah.
So even if they fall off and score 28, I still think that's enough to win.
Wouldn't that be something? The old Saints go and pick Dallas, then beat Philly, And then you win the division, right? Then who do you got left? You got the Giants. That's a rollover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If only they were in the same division.
I know they're not. They're in the South. Hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got it. It's just nice you go into a division that's supposed to be better, and you beat every team. It's pretty solid for the old Aints, hey? Why not?
That would be good. That would be good.
Derek Carr?
Yeah.
You got to like Derek Carr.
Yeah, you don't have to. Next on the slate, Broncos, Bucks. Buccaneers favored 6.5. I like the Bucks.
Yeah. I think so too. Where is that one?
In Tampa Bay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
their defense is pretty good, and Bo Nix doesn't appear to be. So
no.
I mean, he's solid. He's scrambling, but yeah, I like that pick. Another one
also
I love.
Baker. I tossed down Baker MVP. I don't think he's going to win it, but I mean, it's just 35-1. Why not? I think he looks like top 3 quarterback in the league right now.
He's playing well. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love that bet.
Yeah.
35-1, eh?
Yeah.
Do you got bookies down there, or how do you guys do it?
I have someone back in the U.S. I just send money to.
Oh. Is it legal or should we not talk about this? Because you're in
I can do that. Yeah, it's legal.
Can you gamble down there? Ish?
I think you can, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like a VPN because you hide where you are? Is that a thing?
No, the VPN, I tried it. Yeah, VPN won't work for betting apps. The betting apps are too savvy.
Yeah.
So and just be like where you are, right? When you're gaining in popularity, you might become a hostage or something like that. They could kidnap you for money.
I don't think I have enough money to. I don't think. I don't think. Yeah.
Who's going to pay the money, Stace?
Well, this podcast it's more than friends and family now. There's other people watching it, so living in the street. Yeah,
people might want them back.
There's some shady areas in old Costa Rica. Really nice areas too. No offense to the nice areas.
Yeah.
How about your game, Fraser? That looks like one of the games of the week.
Yeah. I think
I got -2 or +2.5 for the Vikings.
+2.5 the Vikings. Take whatever the opposite of what I say. So I'm going to go with the Texans. Well, that's what I was going to do. I was thinking about this before the podcast. I'm going to take the Texans just so like as a mental, or what do we call it? Like a mental hedge, an emotional hedge. So if the Texans win, I'm smart. I guess it right. And if the Vikings win, then I'm happy. We won the game.
They're happy. No, I like it. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
That Houston defense is fast. They are flying around. They were
Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson. Those have to be two of the best edge rusher combos in the league, right?
Good corners, good linebackers. They were moving.
Mm-hmm.
How about the game I'm going to? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, is that this week?
You betcha. In Seattle, the Fins with Tua. Going with Dolphins fan Vinny.
Yeah, poor Vinny.
After the Thursday, it was quite.
Is he still going? I think he was trying to give his ticket away.
He was, but we didn't let him. You should have seen him, Fraser. It was quite a performance after Thursday night. He was texting all of us that are going, "Hey, can you find someone else to go? I don't want to go." And we're like, "Grow up, dude. I mean, it's your team's playing."
Yeah.
You have to go.
You know what's going to be great too? Russ is going to get traded. Sky is going to go out with a hammy because he's too lean. Russ comes in without any practice time and leads the Dolphins.
Revenge game, Russ.
Back and beats Seattle.
I'm going with
Revenge
that.
Game.
Not happening.
Wouldn't that be wild? And all the Seattle fans would just be crying.
He's not going to get traded on a Wednesday or Thursday and play on Sunday.
We've seen it before.
Have we?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've seen that before. There's been guys that come out of the scrap heap and have a game.
Who's that dude that
Josh Dobbs?
played for
Josh Dobbs. The Dauber. There was actually a call for Dobbs to Miami.
Yeah.
That was the first name that came up. Yeah. Well, you can play anywhere.
That's another how sad it is to be a Vikings fan. I can't remember if I said this on the last podcast, but it's so sad to be a Vikings fan that we literally thought Josh Dobbs was the answer, and every team missed on him. The Browns left him for dead. The Niners left him for dead. And we're like, oh, he's going to be the next starting quarterback for years. And then he just was terrible.
He's good for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Just move around.
Another glorious game. I think this one's going to be fantastic. Steelers Chargers. What do you like there?
Yeah, that was next. That's impossible to pick, right?
I would say I'd like the DBs to have a quiet game. It will be a lot of fuck. It's going to be old school football, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the under. Take the under.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't the San Diego Superchargers anymore. They're ground and pound.
They are. I think
it's the lowest over under for the
Chargers
week by far.
What is it? 4 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that ending 6-3. Hey?
Yeah.
I'm thinking more along the lines of like 16-9.
Ooh.
Ish.
That's such a tough one. I mean,
these kickers now are ridiculous. Like you only got to get to the 40 and you get points. So you can almost count on 3 field goals a game, it seems.
Hey, and how many guys are spending money on J.K. Dobbins in their fantasy waiver wire pickup, right?
No doubt.
He can't be. Doubt. I'm still sticking with Gus because J.K. he ain't gonna last, right?
Oh, Gus has never lasted.
Gus will be there. Don't worry, he's a little chippier.
Yeah, I'm gonna take just because they're at home. I'm just gonna go the Steelers, but who knows? Like you said, that could be anything.
I'm leaning Chargers. There.
All right. Eagles Saints 2.5. Oh, we already did that one, right? Yeah. Packers Titans. What the Titans?
What?
Oh, this is a game. Malik Willis revenge game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll show you. You have to take the Packers just for that reason.
Yeah. Everyone knows you don't fucking give Malik Willis a reason to be upset. Everyone
That's right.
knows.
Just look what happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
Or
he's my man.
Counterpoint. Do they finally be like, look, Levis, you stupid prick. Like, if you would just stop with the dumbest plays ever, we could be 2-0. They literally could be 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
And he just turns around and he throws it backwards. He throws it underhand. He's a mess.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the coach chewing him out on the sideline last week. That literally, you could see, he's like, what the fuck was that? It's amazing.
It's like he's playing Mahomes on Madden, and he's like, "Oh, I can do that." And he's trying to do all the Mahomes shit.
I can pull this. What happens when I press these 2 buttons at the same time? Oh, that didn't work out very good.
And that's like 2 fucking little gerbils in his head, just going, "Yeah, I can do it. I can do it."
For sure. Yeah, he's instead of having like the angel and the devil on the shoulder, he's just got devils on both.
Yeah,
for sure.
How lucky are the Packers to have Love go down and then play like Colts and then the Titans?
Oh yeah,
back to back, right? Like,
yeah, that is big.
We're getting a chance, right? Like, I was hoping
if you play someone shit, you play like the Panthers next, don't you, or someone awful after that?
Yeah, we looked at this last week. It had like 4 easy games.
Yeah.
We should be
play the Vikings.
Oh, that would be a good game. That would be a game.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to? Was it last year, Fraser? You went to Lambeau to see the Vikings play? Or was it 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to come down.
Yeah.
One day I'll get down there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really sweet.
All right, we're all on the Packers.
Yeah.
Giants, Browns. The Browns are 6.5 point favorites.
That's too much points. That's too many points. I know it's Daniel Jones, but that's a lot.
I agree.
That's. Yeah. I mean, the Giants suck too, but like it's Deshaun Watson. He's no good.
Yeah. I think I won on a couple of these games last week, where it was like, sure that they may be better, but they should be favored this many points better. Like, they're terrible.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Worst game of the week: Bears Colts.
Oh yeah, that's going to be an absolute dog's breakfast.
Wow. 1 point. This is the exact opposite of the
that's
what
they're
Steelers.
Is that what they're predicting to score? I gotta take the over then.
I think the
Bears D is better. I think the Bears D is better. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
I like that. I agree.
Yeah.
Also, the Colts lost DeForest Buckner, and they lost another starting defensive lineman, right? A good one.
Yeah. But on the opposite side of that, though, is the Bears don't really run the ball well. So it's kind of like, can they exploit the Colts' weakness? I agree. Yeah. I think the Bears too, but it's another good ground game.
Could be another 6-3 game.
That's going to be gross football. I'm not watching 1 minute of that game. I'm giving that one the NBA treatment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or MLS, Blaze.
I don't even know what that means.
Another terrible game. Panthers Raiders. Raiders are -5 point favorites. Who wants to watch this? I'd rather watch the other game than watch this one, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least in this one, you can watch the Garner. Like he'll at least do something entertaining.
Yeah.
And
I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah,
I think they're heating up. I for some reason I like Minshew. I don't know why. He's a good watch.
I think you're right, but I'm gonna just say be careful on that one. It's the red rifle. You know what?
Oh yeah, I think I already locked it in, didn't I?
You did. You said that was your lock.
No, I had to. I totally reversed it.
Yeah. Nice work. Nice work.
I got to stick with the Panthers then. No.
Yeah.
Fuck Gardner.
Stace is all in with his Panthers.
Are we still on the same podcast?
That's why you had to get off in an hour because you got your next podcast lined up.
Yeah.
The one where you get the good picks.
Doing the car wash.
I'm like, this fast is getting to me, guys. Been fasting for 7 hours, guys. It's enough.
See, I don't even know. I'll have to think on that one about who are you taking, Blaze? The Panthers?
That's a lot of points. The red rifle effect. I don't know if their line is that horrible or if it was just indecision by Bryce Young, right? Like if he's not just any line's gonna look bad if you hold the ball for 5 seconds. And so maybe Darnold comes in and kind of rejuvenates them a little bit. They make a couple plays. Not saying they're going to win the game, but 5.5 is a lot. I'm going to take the points.
Yeah, I'll have to think on that one. Stace, by the way, the people who are listening, they can only hear you slurping and putting your cup down, so they don't get to see that you're actually drinking coffee. All they're hearing right now is
yeah. Such a meathead.
I thought we already ended the podcast. I thought we were just chatting now.
We're just talking now.
I thought we were just talking. I
At least
apologize.
I can't hear you mucking on your pizza pops yet.
I apologize to those 6 listeners out there. I'll be better. And our sponsor, Costco. And
the monkey bridge.
The monkey bridge. PETA. Not the ones you eat.
No.
Pitaz. That's Pitaz. What other sponsor you got?
All right, which one's next?
The travel one.
Safety wing.
Safety wing.
Ravens Cowboy. The line moved. I think it was Ravens -1. Now it's a pick 'em. Ravens Cowboys.
Really? Yeah. See, I got
must win for the Ravens, right?
Still.
Yeah,
it's an absolute must win for the Ravens. They can't go 0-3.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Can't go 0-3.
That's gonna be a game, eh?
Like lock of the week is the over for this game. I don't even know what the number is, but like they have to score. The Cowboys can only score. Neither defense is any good, other than a few good players here and there. Like they got, Dallas has Parsons, and that OA for the Ravens was all over the field last week. But over.
We're all in the Ravens. We're all in the over. Kind of a shit game, which I wish was good because we both like what Stafford was doing. Was Niners are 7-point favorites over the Rams, but the Rams are just decimated everywhere.
Absolutely. That's over the Niners, right? Like no Devo, no McCaffrey, but I just don't think it'll matter. I think Niners are going to roll them.
I agree.
The Rams also missing like 3 of their starting offensive linemen, right? Or at least 2.
Yeah.
Stafford was getting crushed at the end of the game.
It's going to be careful time for Stafford. Like he's going to be seeing ghosts that game.
It sucks too because like we said, quarterback play is awful. He was one of the 5 quarterbacks that was actually throwing the ball all right, and now now we're down to 4 quarterbacks who can throw the ball.
Poor Stafford. He's going to get beat so bad in this game that he's going to wish that his wife went back on a podcast to talk about the dudes she used to bang in college.
Whoa!
What was that?
What are we talking about
last season?
No.
She was on some sort of podcast or show, and she's told the story about how when she was mad at them once, and they were kind of on and off, and so she went and banged the backup quarterback. And
Dan Campbell?
What?
No, in college.
Was it Dan
Georgia.
Campbell?
Yeah.
Was it Dan Campbell?
It was all over the place. I can't believe you didn't see this race.
And that's his wife?
Yes, his current wife. And she went and was talking about this, that she did that in college. I'm like, why would you bring this up now? I'm so confused.
Who was
Isn't
it?
that the same woman who said she Stafford didn't have any connection with any of his receivers? Yeah, I hate her.
That.
She's an idiot.
Was it Crenshaw that knocked her off? Didn't he go to school? Yeah, didn't he go to high school with him? The pitcher.
Oh, Kershaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
The wrong sport. He didn't.
Oh, yeah, but then they went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a center. Kershaw was actually the center on their high school football team.
Yeah, and Stafford was the catcher.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the story of why I have no idea why she brought that up. But I can't. I don't think it felt good to be him in that stage. So he's going to kind of feel like that on Sunday after 60 minutes of just getting the shit beat out of him by the Niners.
Oh my god!
What not to say on a podcast, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
You would think they'd know better. Like, you're on a podcast.
Yeah.
Choose your words, right?
Choose your words. Yeah, you are.
Choose your words. You guys just go spouting off whatever you want.
No, you are the example of that, Stace.
That's erroneous, guys.
Yeah.
Another maybe decent game. Well, yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Lions Cardinals -3 Lions.
Yeah, that's a nice game.
Mm-hmm. I think the Lions are going to. I'm going to take the Lions. I think they're going to too. I think you think the Cardinals are going to come back a little bit, right? Like, I don't know.
Their defense is awful, so that's the only reason I think the Lions just maybe even if you say their offenses are similar with Kyler doing well, I think the defense is just terrible.
The Lions game was weird last week. They had twice as many yards as the Bucs and lost, right? Like it was kind of one of those weird things, and they kind of were passing more than running, and hopefully, they'll get back to their identity this week.
Yeah,
I'm the Lions there.
The bullies are coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. The night game's a beauty.
Kyler, change your locks.
Yeah, Kyler, change your locks.
Danny boy's coming to town.
Yeah, he's coming.
He's twice Kyler's size too. He would diddy him.
Wow.
Whoa. What?
Wow.
What?
You can't be diddied in your own house. That stuff.
Stace, guess how many bottles of lubricant they found at Diddy's mansions? Take a true, honest guess. Not like a too high one, like a true, honest guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who are you talking about?
Just Diddy. How many bottles of lube did he have?
Is that his name? What's his real name?
Sean Puffy Combs.
Diddy.
Sean Combs.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Sean Combs.
Yeah.
A couple gallons, I guess, because you're saying it. It must be a lot. I'm assuming there's a lot.
1,000 bottles, Stace. 1,000 bottles of lubricant.
Yeah.
Is that Costco? Did he go to Costco before this?
Yeah. Shout out Costco.
Yeah, shout out.
Hey, lube everywhere.
Yeah, I need the Kirkland lube. Yeah, we got 1,000 packed for you. All right. Back it into the 1,000 bottles. What's going on?
Why? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Apparently, one who was crushing. Guess who? Well, you won't guess. Carl Winslow was one of his main guys he would tear out.
Who's that?
Okay, who?
Uncle Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
What?
Yeah, the old black dad. Urkel's dad.
Oh.
What do you mean? Tear out? What's going on?
He would have sex with him, Stace. Anally.
Yeah. With lube.
With 1,000 bottles of lube.
P. Diddy?
Yes, the same Diddy. There's only one. Do you know an S Diddy?
Wasn't there like some kids involved and like he got
Justin
arrested,
Bieber
right?
apparently.
No,
Biebs?
The Biebs may have been getting it. He may have been groomed by Diddy.
Oh, that's no good.
What? I don't follow this shit. Good
That's
Lord.
That's what Diddy was saying. He was following this shit.
Apparently.
So
changing it too.
He wrote. Yeah. You must have read Michael Jackson's book, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's no good. No more Diddy talk. No more Diddy talk.
Is there a ranch? Does he have a P. Diddy ranch or what? Like,
he might.
We got to move on.
Yeah. Chiefs Falcons. Chiefs Falcons.
This is a great game too.
-3.5.
Bill Cosby is idol. What?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't think it's gonna be a great game. I think the Chiefs. I guess the line says it'll be a great game.
Yeah.
But I bet the Chiefs destroy them, but I guess we'll see.
Destroy them. Okay. Yeah, the line does seem low, but I think the Falcons showed they were a little bit scrappy and they couldn't stop the run. But Chiefs just lost their running back, so
yeah.
I think it's gonna be close.
I forgot your Patriots guy went there, right? Wasn't he your best defensive player too, or one of the best in the league?
Judon, yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
he was good.
Blaze liked him in the spring, not so much now.
Nah, he was always a good player. He's a good teammate. He my only knock on him was that he just never seemed to finish seasons. He was always either faded or got hurt. And
so why didn't they pay him? Just because of that reason, probably because of injuries.
So. He's getting a little bit older and wanting more money than they're willing to pay. Probably wanted more term, right? Wanted more years than they were willing to pay.
And they're not winning anytime soon, right?
Oh, hey! Should be 2-0 right now. Bad coaching on a couple of mistakes.
Their new head coach is a bad coach. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, the play calling. They gave up a field goal at the end of the half that never should have. Should have been running the ball, and then they had on their last with like 4 minutes left. They had a nice little drive going on third down. They decided to pass like 5 or 7 step drop and got sacked, and then the field goal instead of being a 35-yarder was a 48-yarder and got blocked. Should have been a win.
Well, that's the same with the Lions. Old Dan Campbell just before half they moved the ball. I think they got into field goal range, and the quarterback ran out to spike the ball with like 10 seconds left, and the field goal team came running on. Mm-hmm. Too many men on the field.
Yeah,
they gave the 10-second runoff. Half over. No points. So Dan's got to button up some things.
In the field goal team's defense they're just used to him going for it at really stupid times. So they're probably like, we're not sure whether we should go or we should not. So half of them did and half didn't.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, Dan Campbell maybe has been like a sneaky worse coach. Not worse, but he's made... Like, think about it in his when he going for it in the playoffs last year. This game, they should have won if he wasn't doing some silly things.
Yeah,
he's not the worst coach. He's a great coach.
Tough. Like there's some.
You gotta like it too, though. He doesn't make excuses when he fucks up. He's like, "This one's on me, guys. Don't worry."
Yeah, this one's on me.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Yeah,
definitely.
Don't worry.
Knock on the door and make up for it then next week. So bounce back game. You're right. I'm going. That's all. Bounce back game. Cardinals are going to get fisted on Sunday.
Whoa.
Okay. Ooh.
Who?
You're going to get Campbell.
Is it in Arizona? Sorry, that game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
you're lucky. You don't live there because he might show up at your place, Fraser. You might get the Dan Campbell, eh?
Yeah, good thing you moved.
Hey, Dan, if you're listening to this podcast, and I know you are, Fraser's not there. Don't worry about it.
He's not there anymore.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills, Jaguars. Bills -5.
Bills looked really good on Thursday.
I'm going with the Bills.
Double Monday
Trevor
night.
Lawrence. Yeah, twofer.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence is going to go 0-3. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, he sure is. They're going to take a beating too.
I think their next 3 games are brutal. They could be like 0-4 or 1-5 easily.
Wow.
They've got the Bills this week, the Texans. Then it gets easier after that. So but they could go 0-4.
Yikes, that hurts. Yeah, I'm going Bills there.
Yeah.
I love it. 2 Monday night games. I wish they were a little more staggered, but.
What's are they had that weird one? They remember that a couple years ago they had them at the same time. Well, last year, right?
Yeah,
they had like 2 Monday nights. Yeah, what's up with that? Is that what they're doing again?
Yeah, looks like it. 4:30 start and 5:15 start.
That doesn't make any sense.
And it's 7.5 point favorites. The Bengals over the Commanders. Yeah, I'm in it for the Bengals.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
My boy, so many points.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So hold on. That's the Monday night. Now we got is Higgins going to play? Do we start him?
Listen to it
Monday
the whole
night.
Time.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to listen to it the whole time. It's going to be painful.
I need him back.
Yeah,
that's a lot of points. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on that one. That's tough.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Bro isn't hurt. He didn't seem to do anything bad. He
should have won. Like,
There's
KC being KC, right? Like that last game.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
Like if there's a close call at the end, the Chiefs are getting it.
Hands to the face.
Even though, I'm not saying it wasn't a PI, but how many penalties? How many times is that not called? But when the Chiefs are throwing it, when it's that they get the call.
You just knew something was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
You just knew. And it was a penalty. He was early. But, there was also 3 holds by the offensive line because they were like, oh, it's 4th and 15. We'll just let everything go. And then that happens and they don't let it go. So,
yeah.
And it was a late flag, too, like seconds late. Like there's a pause.
Yeah.
Have they ever added more refs? Like, when was the last time they added one more ref? Honestly,
we need that. Is that more calls then?
I think there's already too many flags.
Yeah, too many flags.
Right? Like, I no. Yeah, there's already too many. Some of these games are unwatchable.
Only job is just looking there. Maybe there already is one, but only the offensive line, and it's like he knows exactly
Yeah, I think
he's going to let it go. You know, maybe he doesn't call as much, but he's like, okay, I'll let that one go. But at least it's more consistent.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think the backfield judge, he looks at that, right? Like,
but is he looking at other things as well? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you need someone who's looking at everyone on that O line who can, or maybe two or whatever it is. Because
I think there's two. Right? One is more paying attention to the quarterback as well, like to watch for the roughing. But I think there's two back there that are watching the linemen, and then the outside are watching for the PI.
But then we're gonna get more. Then we're gonna get more.
Yeah, we don't need more flags. Some of these games are just painful for how often they're throwing flags.
Yeah, especially with that new fucking stupid rule. It got called a bunch in a couple games this week.
Yeah.
They're
not calling any hip drops, and guys are getting hurt on it. Mixon one, that was a hip drop tackle. It was the definition of it.
Yeah.
Brett Favre got hip dropped, and then run right in the kisser too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe in the Commanders, so I'm just taking the Bengals, even though it's a lot of points. So
it is a lot of points. Jeez. Yeah, I think you're right there. The Commanders aren't going to be able to pass at all. The Bengals secondary is actually sneakily pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to be able to pass at all. So I'm with you. I'm clicking that one right now. Getting my picks in, boys.
Is that your lock? Is that your lock of the week?
No, definitely not. No, I never take a lock with that many points.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had to say one lock,
what do you got? Okay.
One Saints.
My lock is I think if I had to pick one, it would be the Patriots.
I love it. I mean, it's always a lock, but it'll be so good. 2-1. Playoff contention.
I'm locking up the Raiders.
Okay.
With the points those days? Or just the win? Because, I mean, anyone can just pick them to win.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing points here.
You did pick the Panthers to start the podcast, too. So
yes, you did. You picked
that's
Red Rifle as your lock.
I am sticking with the Panthers.
Oh.
The Carolina... State says the Carolina Raiders.
The Carolina Raiders is lock of the week. Good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Lock it up.
All right. Well, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I question for you guys. As a middle-aged man, when is it not okay to have your hat on backwards in public? What's like around the house? Fine.
You're past it already.
I'm not. Am I George? If I wear my hat up backwards, am I George Costanza? Like, you remember when George had the hat on backwards?
Yeah.
What is it, Fraser? Because you're a big hat on backwards guy in public.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Even though you don't look it.
Yeah. Well, if Stace is still wearing.
No,
I got 20 years if Stace.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
On the record wearing a hat on backwards in public. You see that odd guy that's got the hat on backwards.
Yeah.
Just what your thoughts, eh?
Let's go with 32.
32? Yeah.
At that point, it's like, okay, you need to...
Phrase? Yeah. Grow up.
No.
You can't take it serious.
Yeah, it's like how you look, though. Like, Fraser
You're probably...
26.
Do you still, probably whip off the sport coat and, the slacks, nice pair, and then tennis shoes and hat on backwards when you go to, fancy shit, right?
A function, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely don't do that.
And you borrow my dad's boxy suit he used to have that just looks terrible.
I wear I do a frontwards and a back. I do back both. Just on the podcast, I do a backwards hat because if you do a frontwards with the lighting, it shades the face.
Yeah, that's why I do because trying to hide the features as much as possible.
The face.
Yeah.
So
I want to show. See this, Stace? I'm growing a beard now.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
My next week, I might have a decent beard. It's gray like yours, though. Yeah,
you actually should. From now till the next podcast, don't shave.
Oh, that's a lockdown of the week right there. I am not shaving. I might even bring a razor with me.
I love it.
Okay.
How long are you guys going for?
The old lady makes me shave my neck because she says
it
makes me less. Pronounces my square jaw a little bit more, and I look less fat.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds nice. She's always looking out for you. She gets it.
She is. How long are you guys going for anyway?
18 nights.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it all planned. I had to bring the checkbook.
Yeah.
They're
not going to take your checks.
They're not going to take my checks. No.
In case you're wondering.
Who did I write this out to?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Stace,
who has checks anymore? That's another thing. Do you still whip it off checks that pay the hydro bill or anything like that?
No, I don't even think I can't remember the last time I wrote a check.
You can't even get checks. You go to the bank, they charge you. They're like, yeah, you could have one, but
like,
it's
why would you do
$1,000.
this? Yeah,
you
there's
want
no reason.
They're like,
there's
what
no
are you
reason
doing?
to do this. I don't blame them. I don't. Like, literally. Except the only thing that sucks about that is that the people that use them are still like old people, right? That are in their 70s and 80s. So they're hitting them up for money. Hopefully they're not charging the seniors for checks because they still use them.
And you know what? I got one complaint about going into the States is when you use your credit card, they come back with the 2 pieces of paper and you still got to write on the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, guys? Like,
even in like Costa Rica, we don't do that. We just tap. Like down here, I use my phone and I don't sign anything.
Yeah. You're like, hey, let me get the paper roll out here. You have to put you got to handwrite your tip in there. Yeah. These don't match up. What's going on? What do they do with those pieces of paper? Once it falls out of their pocket on the way, does it like?
And nothing.
Come on,
they lose the money.
Yeah. Maybe it's like
so
the
weird.
old guys on the. It's like the old guys on the chain gang. Come on, we can do better. We can do better.
Full circle.
Yeah. Anyways,
well, this is great. Blaze, you have one thing you're saying, or was it tied in?
No, I think that's it. I'm actually going south this weekend, so I'm going to be at the very first.
Have fun, buddy.
The very first ever Big Ten game for the Washington Huskies on Saturday.
Ooh. Wow!
And then Seahawks on Sunday, and then fly to Victoria Monday morning.
What time are you hitting the tailgate?
I think we're gonna get down there pretty good. We hope to be there by about noon, 4:00 game.
Oh, so snap!
That gives us some time.
Hey, when are you doing the podcast meet and greet? Blaze will be at the podcast meet and greet. You can meet him at the tailgate, Washington Husky game.
We're big with the Husky fans, right?
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time talking about the Huskies here.
Hey,
we did actually. We brought up Jalen Polk one time, who, by the way, he had one catch last week, so that's really good. We're really good at Patriots are really good at throwing to wide receivers.
Yeah, best in the league.
2 catches last week.
Hey, and be careful down in Washington. Those tailgaters, they like because it's northwestern. They like the IPAs in their kegs.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So when you're doing the old shotguns or keg stands with the IPA, it's a different thing.
It is. Remember what happened last time we went to?
Last time we were there, that was the IPA cake stand.
Yeah, you
took down a few guys. I was not great at that.
No, I think you did a bunch out.
You're thinking you're getting like some like shitty, light beer, just cheap in the keg. No, you got like a 9% IPA.
It was awesome. Fraser, the one spot that we found, we were tailgating with these people. And they were calling him Frank the Tank.
No, that was Simps.
Oh, was it Simmer?
That was Simmer because he kind of looks like. He does kind of look like Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
He does. And
he did an impressive keg stand.
Unreal.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
What age is too old to be doing keg stands? Surely that's got to be in the same.
We were down there for someone's 40th birthday, and he was the youngest one in the group. So I'd say let's go with 62.
Yeah. I think it's just when you're too big to lift for a keg stand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
if you can do it, I think that's fair game. If you can still do a keg stand, I say fly at her.
You know, if you're like if you buckle those skinny dudes that are having the IPA keg stands and it comes down, then that's it.
Or if the actual keg starts to crinkle a little bit, you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore.
I had a guy at a company party, Christmas party, and he did a keg stand, and then he it was actually Canada themed.
Yeah.
And he did so many keg stands, and he did the whole wobble and fell right on his face, broke his jaw, splattered his nose, nose,
really,
and got fired because it was in front of guests.
Oh,
so you got all that and fired.
No.
What kind of company are you working for? Come on, man. Pain and suffering.
It was Club Med, Stace.
Enough said.
Oh, wow.
So you had a Canadian theme, American company had a Canadian theme. I like that.
It's a French company, actually, but it was,
everyone apologized, and they didn't. So there obviously wasn't Canadian. They fired the guy. Canada be like, "Hey, lessons learned, bro. No worries. Hey, how about that?"
Stace, you'd never let a union brother get fired over something like that.
Hell no! Come on, man. They should get paid. I'd have a work safe claim on that guy. He'd be getting full wages. We'd be picking out new noses for him, man. Come on.
Oh, you get the surgery covered too.
Hey, Club Med's not one of our sponsors, or I'm out. I draw the line on that.
Is that even around anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is. Actually, the one that worked at in the Dominican just caught on fire last week. Also random.
Obviously,
random.
No
shout outs.
Yeah, no safety standards, no health and wellness programs. Obviously not.
No sprinklers in the roofs. They just let it burn.
Where were you guys, down in Acapulco or what? We're like, what's Club Med?
It was in Punta Cana in the Dominican.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. And the other one was in Colorado in Crested Butte. So fun fact.
Club Med.
Well,
okay, Stace, so what's your assignment? What's your homework assignment, Stace?
I gotta get a date. We gotta get together next week somewhere from.
You gotta connect your wife and Fraser.
Yeah.
Then she can say what time is good.
Hey.
Well, not like that.
What time
you're going to be allowed to do the podcast. Because we know if you try and do it, we're never going to get the right answer. So you don't want to mess. You don't want to mess with the wife on vacation. You got to make sure it works around the schedule. But
we can make it work. Text right now.
Hey, I'm on the WhatsApp
night next week.
Hey, I got some travel data, so I'm gonna have the WhatsApps. So yeah, so I got the WhatsApps, bros.
All right, we'll WhatsApp you.
Yeah, WhatsApps.
All right, WhatsApp.
Safe travels. Fraser, watch out for those monkeys.
Have fun down in Seattle, buddy. Hey, what bar are you gonna go to? Are you going to the Sluggers?
No pregame. No, we're going to the baseball stadium. They have. They open that up and they got all the games on the big screen. And
enjoy your $17 beer. Yeah, nice.
No, I don't think it's not too bad.
Why have cheap beer before you start the game? Oh, I'm sure it's the same.
There,
I bet you it's the same. Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
It was pretty cool setup. We did it last time where you can watch all the games and you're sitting outside. It's supposed to be beautiful weather.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be primed and ready before we go there. So
I think the Canadian dollar is going a long ways these days.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Bailey's got lots of money anyway, so
it's fine.
He's fine.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on, guys. Fraser LeVay podcast sponsored by Costco, Safety Wing, PETA,
not Club Med,
Lucky Brand shirts.
Lucky Brand shirts, yeah, buddy.
Talk to you guys.
We'll get you one for next week, Fraser.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect. All right, bye.
Peace.